All right, welcome back to another segment. Today is the D-Day, just like I said earlier this morning after Enzo Maresca press conference. Today is the D-Day. Today is Chelsea versus Los Angeles. And looking at the Club World Cup, so far so good. 14 goals has been scored in the past 4 games that they have played in the Club World Cup. And these 14 goals came from Bayern and the PSG game, talking about European clubs, you understand? And today is our own day. Chelsea versus Los Angeles. According to my local time over here in Nigeria, that game is going to kick off by 8 p.m. So 8 p.m., I believe everybody should be involved. At least people go fit watch them, not be midnight game. You know, the like Maresca game where they play them around 11. You understand? At least people go follow up this one. But looking at this game, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because Maresca said something this morning during his press conference. He said that when we play the Conference League, anybody that play Chelsea, they play Chelsea as if they are playing their game of the season, as if that's their final.
Yeah.
Any opponent that plays, we should not be surprised that that is the same thing that will happen in the group stage. That you see all the opponents that are there, they will be very active to play Chelsea. Most especially this Los Angeles. We should not write them off. You understand? We should not write them off. Don't forget Olivier Giroud is there. And this former Tottenham goalkeeper,
Hugo
Lloris is also there. So it's not going to be an easy ride. But what's your thoughts?
It's not going to be easy. True, yes. We know it's not going to be easy. It's called the FIFA Club World Cup. And when I checked because I had to review the team, Los Angeles FC, how good they are and their players. When I saw the former Tottenham goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, and I also saw Olivier Giroud, I was like, wow, they have good people in the team. Having the like of Giroud, you are sure of at least having a header like in the net of your opponents. So, but I'm not threatened by that. I'm not scared by that. I'm very sure that Chelsea is way more bigger than them. Yes, they want to put up their best. They are playing with a big team like Chelsea. Yes, they want to show themselves, but they will give us a bit of tough time, but we'll win them. Normal, we'll give them a good goal winning, like good goal range winning. And all my advice to my team is just that my defenders should be a bit watchful because having the like of Giroud in our 18-yard box, that's just the problem. Having Giroud here and having a good... Don't forget that Hugo Lloris had a good time at Tottenham. He had a good time at Tottenham. He was one of the best keeper in the Premier League then when he was in Tottenham, and he was doing well. So we should not downplay this Los Angeles FC because these guys, these are just the players we know, but what about the good ones we don't know? Like yesterday, when I was taking a preview of the Palmares versus Porto game, I was seeing what those Palmares players were playing. I was like, Jesus. Like, these guys, they can play. Forget the fact, say, Bayern give person 10 pondo. Bayern give person 10-0. Leave that one aside. But, guy, these people that we are playing with, I think they are way more better than the Auckland Bayern played with and give them 10-0. But I still know we will win, but it might be a tough one. Yes, they won't show their best, but Chelsea leads with a good goal range for the game.
Okay, in my own thought and opinion, I've observed something. Playing South American teams is very hard. Playing against South American teams. Before now, I've observed some of these Brazilian teams, the American, USA teams, and the likes of them. Playing against them is quite difficult. The way people, just because they don't have big names and big players there, doesn't mean that playing against them is easy. You know, Europe will always produce some of the most notable players, but they don't know how difficult it is, how intense, and how physical some of these South American teams are. So I'm expecting a very tough game. I know we predicted Chelsea to qualify for this group stage easily. But
Yeah.
sometimes our thoughts can change. And secondly, seeing that Maresca he has a new team. To me, it's a new team. Having some of these players return back and the new ones coming in like Delap and the likes of them, it's like a preseason.
I don't think there's anybody new.
New,
because
yeah.
because
I
if
would
you
not call
watch
it a new team.
the only adjustments here, apart from the Sancho that has returned back to Man U and Wesley Fofana that is injured,
Okay.
it's still the same player.
Yeah,
The only
yeah.
people, the only two people that was added, the only people that was added was Sa, Santos, and Delap.
And that's why I said this.
That's
players,
I won't say
It's a new team.
It's a new team.
Yeah.
You understand?
to me,
I don't
because-
think it's going to be that
because
difficult
when you
for
have,
him to
when
select.
you have three players, and we saw that in the preseason, sometimes when you have some new players coming that have not been playing with you, obviously you want to try them, you want to try new ideas with them. It's like a preseason.
it's
No,
not,
no,
it's
the-
not a
no,
preseason, it's a
see,
tournament. Oh.
If you have, yeah, I know, it's a tournament, but the approach, because you are starting with players that you've not used before. What if you start the lap and the lap is just trying to get accustomed with the way Chelsea is playing, and then it doesn't do well? It affects.
So what's the essence
the
of
tournament.
training? What's the essence of the training?
You can. It happens. It happens. There are players that you will bring. You even sign from another league. Even when the season is on, you bring them. Training does not. I don't know. Training should not be. I don't think training applies to what we are saying here. Sometimes you can even train, but yet even on the pitch, you've not still adapted to how your team
How long
is
did
play.
it take Mamouche to adapt to Man City?
It cannot. You can't just use only Mamouche. You can't just
One
use only
thing about Big
Mamouche.
Dave is that he likes too much of speculation.
No, see.
When it comes to Chelsea, I think you should reduce your rate of speculation.
Why would you use Mamouche?
Now, don't make that assumption.
Because there are other players.
Let me remind you that
Excuse me, sorry. There
Okay.
are other players that have come into clubs. They've trained with the team, but yet they did not adapt. So you cannot just use only Mamouche. How many times did Mamouche train with Man City before he started hitting the ground running for Man City?
Bro, Chelsea is not the
How
only
many
people
times? How many times did who would I use now? Fernando Torres train with Chelsea that he did not perform well at Chelsea?
Okay. You are saying Mamouche. How many times did Kopama?
Oh, come on. Now.
Wait,
We are
no,
still-
no,
see,
no, let's see.
Let
We
me
are
put
going
something
there
to
now.
him. Don't forget,
What
Chelsea is not the
I'm
only team
trying
playing
to
with new
say-
players.
I'm
See,
just trying to
my
let you know
point-
that players differ.
Differs, yeah.
They can
Understand?
exactly. That's
Players
another-
differ, but I can still tell you that if waiting there inside you, irrespective of the space or where you are going, will you
Now-
tell me that
now
okay?
him dey confess say-
now
now him
wait
dey
now,
confess
wait
say
now,
Delap
wait now,
good
wait now.
things.
Let me tell you now. You're on Obvious TV.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, every week, not less than 2 million people watch you in all social media
Yeah.
platforms.
Okay.
Now, you want to tell me that if Sky Sports invites you now live that they want to talk with you, will you look as if you are not prepared? No,
See,
wait now.
I
Yeah,
understand. I agree with you.
will there be
I
any
agree
formal
with you.
training?
Now, I am not disputing the fact that people are different.
Yeah.
Players differs. But thank God I used the case of Fernando Torres, for
But
example.
wait, let me put something to
Wait
you.
now, let me land.
Okay.
Fernando Torres was a star player at Liverpool.
And he
Performed
came in
very
with
well.
injury. Are you aware?
Look, okay, he came with injury. How many seasons did he play in Chelsea? So one season was not enough for you to recover from that injury and hit the ground running. A performing star. A performing star from
You
Liverpool.
so much
Wait.
contradiction.
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
The truth about the matter is that everybody is not the same.
It's not the
Yeah.
same. You
You
can
understand?
have. You can
But
have
I
Delap.
can still tell you that Delap
No,
can
I'm
still.
not. I am
it's-
not.
Don't tell him like that. Let me put something to him.
I am
Now
not
you
saying
know.
that Delap will not perform.
You know that one of the-
I just use him as an example. You understand? I'm not saying Delap will not perform. I just
He's only
use
holding you
Delap
at your
as an
word. He said
example.
that this is Maresca is handling a new team.
That is not
That's
that.
just
That is
like
not.
an
Even
excuse.
Maresca
Oh,
said it
come
himself
on,
that
come
it
on.
was not difficult. It was not complicated. Like try
But-
to get the team. It was not
When-
that.
when-
Honestly,
when you
honestly,
were in
I
support
think
of
you guys
Chelsea,
are not understanding me.
we are
You guys
understanding.
are not understanding me. Maybe it's the term I use.
Yes, saying
But
that
I'm
this is a
saying-
new team.
I'm
That's
saying
the
that-
issue there.
If you have a team, for example,
Mm,
and you sign 3 new players,
mm.
now getting those players to start playing or the tactics that you've already set aside for the rest of the team, it could take a while. Are you? Is that true or not? Is that true or false?
Let me tell you something. I'm not disputing whatever you are saying. The truth about the matter, only 3 players came in.
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
understand? This is the Club World Cup. You don't expect Maresca to start the lap. You don't expect him to play Santos.
You know your coach.
See, it's
But
not
you
about.
still want to feature them. Definitely.
He will.
because
He will.
if
He might possibly start the lap.
if he doesn't feature
might-
them, what's the
no.
point of?
He said
of
something
bringing them?
about Delap.
Okay.
That is Delap is not giving him that space to be the number one striker.
Yeah.
That he's going to work for that
For it, yeah.
position.
And-
But you say that start a whole new team. That was the only area that me I was trying to tell you that
And I
nothing
guess
new about that team.
About the team. There's nothing new about Chelsea, bro.
Well,
Now.
we will see. That is what I will say. But me, I'm talking out of experience because I've seen it a lot of times. It's just like preseason where you bring 3 or 4 new players in the team. Sometimes
This is not
it takes-
precision.
And
It
again,
takes
one
time.
thing.
Dave, this is the FIFA Club World Cup.
Let me emphasize on
A
something.
tournament that will be played every 4 years.
Let me emphasize
And
on
for you
something
to be in
about
this
Delap.
tournament, they are going to be assessing your performance in the UEFA Champions
Yeah,
League
sure.
every 4 years. And not only that, they don't pick 3 or 4 people in a league. They pick only 2 clubs from a league. So, bro, you have to be at your best.
Let me just
Don't say it's a preseason. I don't like when they say it's a preseason.
Let me say something about this Delap. Now, when we were like anticipating to get Delap, we are not buying Delap for speculation of if he can adapt to our
Do you
system.
understand?
Like even you are one of the people that were very confident that if Delap comes, he go the fire hard. If he go fit like that for Ipswich, once he enter Chelsea, like he go give more fire. So we are not buying it for speculation. If he comes, he should be ready to. He's supposed to study the team.
He
has been
knows
there-
what is
yes.
he
knows how Chelsea football
he
is.
knows what he wants to do. He has
He's a
played
professional
under
footballer.
He has
No,
played
you
under the
know,
same man. Are you aware?
Sometimes it just look as if you guys are not really understanding what happens in football. I am trying to put it out to people. Sometimes you can even have a player that knows everything, knows about the team, knows how the team needs to play, and he will still come in and then things will not still work out for the player.
I can put it to you. Haaland came to Man City. He still played.
That's my problem because you are using one of the other players that is not working for. Why are you using?
Okay, like
why
mention
are you
like how
using the
many
one
that was
is
not
worked
working for.
Well, let us on.
It doesn't mean that the players that is not working for.
I'm only
Players
telling you
are
that
not good.
we did not buy this specific player for speculation.
Oga, I am not. Listen, when I mentioned Delap, I used him as an example. I did not say that is how it's going to be.
Okay,
You are
okay.
entering into
The
here.
only place where I am countering you is
And say
that
with me,
statement is
The-
a whole new team.
Yes, a new team.
There is nothing new about this team. Now that team will win conference.
Chelsea is the
No
same.
wahala. We go
Nine-
say-
nine they play
we go
today.
say as e go be.
Well, for me, I believe Chelsea is going to, I'll say overflow. But
That 10-0. That
Bayern
10-0.
overflow go see their head.
Bayern played against an Australian team, so I don't see it as a problem. for them.
Oceanic, they say it's Oceanic.
Either Oceanic or Australian team, so they are not part of the Americans. To me, American teams, if you play a good American side, in fact, all of them safe.
Los Angeles is
Physical.
good. At least they are fifth. Their
Yes.
league.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So the match itself might not really be easy for Chelsea. It might not really be
That
easy
is
for
why
Chelsea.
Maresca said that they should not play with the game, that they should come out with all level of seriousness. And remember something I told you last season, that why I want Maresca to win the league and also go to the Champions League, because you will see some certain changes in his talk.
Yeah.
And it's true. Of recent, sometimes when he talk, you hear him say something like, when you are in Chelsea, the only thing you think of is winning. You see the mentality.
He's not
wey
being
don come.
positive.
He's now being positive because he knows that if he work very hard with the player, he can achieve
Yeah,
it.
sure. Now we help him. Kudos to us.
Well, talking about the Los Angeles team, I believe Chelsea is going to win, because if Chelsea doesn't win their first game, it's not going to be that easy. For that group, you see that Los Angeles. I want people who will give us Flamingo. Brazilian people. Chai, Jesus.
I watched those guys against Porto. Like I think
You watch Pamari. Do you know that Flamingo is more
energetic.
energetic and more transitional than Pamaris?
The truth is, out of 11 players in a Brazilian side team from a Brazilian league, out of 11 players, like 6 or 5 are good
Good, yeah.
because they are naturally talented.
Talented, yeah, that's
in
true.
football. So that's what most people don't even look at. They don't look at that.
Well, possible formation. What are you expecting Maresca to play? But he has already stated it that this morning that Sanchez remains number 1. Sha.
I wanted to say that earlier. People go say, "Are they happy?" Don't be sad. But let me see what my man will do, Sanchez. And for my possible formation, Sanchez to start our normal four-man defense. But assuming he will still manage James because of his injury issues, you will still continue the management on James. So he might possibly start James Augusto. Then just give me my two center players. You give me Chaluba, give me Kowil. I will not say you should start Tosin first. Just give me Chaluba and Kowil. Then you give me Cucurella. Same. Now for the midfield guy. Now they are problem. But for me, I feel he might not start these new boys like in the game. So he might play his normal Enzo and Caicedo.
What if he play Lavia and Santos?
No, not be bad idea, but based on his pattern
I
of
would like him to start them.
but based on his pattern of play. Now that transition in that Enzo free role. Now Santos now he hold that DM now, but Lavia now he do that thing like that pushing.
Now Santos we do that pushing. We do the box to box something.
And I just they go back to listen and they talk for right for time. If you are saying that Santos will be able to do now you're not even sure of what Santos can be able to do.
No, I'm saying that Santos will hold the DM. Why Lavia? Now I'm not speculating for Lavia. Can Lavia do that? Because me, I see Santos as a more like a good attacking player. He can take he can mark very well.
Santos plays almost the same thing.
You spoke about transition of Maresca. That's what I'm trying to align now. And you're saying you're not sure if Santos.
I'm not saying Santos. I said Lavia. I'm not sure if Lavia.
You're not sure if Lavia can play the transition.
Yes, can push the free role of Enzo now, of Enzo Fernandez.
It can't be Lavia doing that.
Can't be Lavia doing
Then it's
that.
okay if he can use Santos. If Santos can do that, but can Lavia also hold the DM?
Don't worry, let's just stick to the Fernandez and
Caicedo.
I just put up that statement.
Okay. Then for the front, our usual players, well, I would like him to start the lap.
No.
I would like him to start the lap. But it's okay if he starts Jackson, no man.
Okay.
You should start Jackson. Start Kopama, Madueke, and Neto. Since we are let's just play the way we've been playing.
Yeah.
Then be introducing the new players bit by bit.
Second half.
Personally, for me, I would love to watch the new guys. If there could be a match where they would just feature, I want to see them. I really want to see Santos. I want to see Delap. I want to see Esugo. Wow.
Oh, Esugo.
See how it goes.
Well, you guys have said my mind. The same thing. I'll still retain my normal Chelsea players from the starts because we don't want to fall victim of all foreseen circumstance. Yeah, they will come to us say, waiting that statement get always talk to. I know is
the last comment of the
fool.
Where we say we can't go start all these new boys then now. Yeah, Los Angeles will come carry them.
So if you start the new boys, why they know if you play?
Then go play. No man.
They go play, but you know go just rush things. Even Mamouche, when he comes, they not just rush him.
That validates my points. Thank you.
It does not validate your point.
Your
point. You're saying that it's
a new
an entire new team.
See, adapting to the tactics of Maresca. That's what I was saying. Adapting
He
to the
would
tactics
have
of
put it
Maresca.
that way.
You said an
you
entire
said
new
it.
team,
No,
and that was
no,
our
no,
issue.
you said it. Don't worry.
Do you know what's the figure? Sometimes when somebody says something, it's as though he's using a figure of speech to describe something. I am not saying a new team, brand new. That is not what I meant. Okay, I used the word, but it's not what I meant.
Nah, he was the one that
Now,
gave you
you
the
did
points
not-
that
you
really.
did not allow me to expatiate
Do you
as
know
to what I
that
was
that
saying.
statement he made now, a common person now might
Yes.
think is a new
That is
team.
why you have to listen to me to understand. You have to listen. Let me expand. Let me explain what I meant by saying the word new. That is why you don't just go and comment without understanding what the person is trying to, say.
Well, my own is that
Yeah, they
Chelsea
play,
will win. Times of scoreline, I'll give them 2-0.
For my 2.5.
I'll give Chelsea 3-0.
Chelsea, I'll give you 4-1.
Why the one? Is this in our Premier League with this?
I will give.
So you don't believe in your Sanchez.
I think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet.
You don't believe in your Sanchez.
Will keep a clean sheet.
You don't believe in your Sanchez.
I believe in Sanchez, normal, but I need like at least maybe we share and we just give them one go. May they use whole body.
Mike to Chelsea, yeah, we go very soon. You go cry.
Thank God transfer window don't open. So we should be expecting something good in terms of the left, because right now we are playing without any left winger. No Sancho. Modric is on serious issue suspension that we don't even know the head or the tail. Madueke is a right winger. Neto is more of a right. Even the Tariq George self, you know, go to future except maybe.
But they not play winger.
Like I said, it's a gradual process.
Between Delap and Jackson, who you go play for wing?
Delap.
No, now between the two of them, we go play for wing.
Who is more preferable to play the wing? Who is the target? See, Delap is that kind of striker that is a target man. A target man, not just somebody who runs in behind defense. He's a target man. I in the stand, I in the occupy, I in they make defense they fear. You understand? So for me, I don't see a possibility of you having Jackson and Delap and then you are playing Delap as a winger and playing Jackson as your striker.
Doesn't make sense.
Sure. I have my reason, but it's okay. It's okay.
All right, I guess that will be all for now. Do it to like, share, drop your comments and your prediction comment section. My name is Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.